And former President Trump may soon be back on Twitter. Owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, is hosting a poll on his feed on whether to reinstate the former president's account. This comes after he unbanned several controversial accounts, including Kathy Griffin and podcaster Jordan Peterson. All of Twitter's offices are currently closed and badge access has been suspended. A mass exodus is also underway after Elon Musk's ultimatum to staff to work, quote, extremely hardcore or leave. But then suddenly yesterday, Musk called the company's software engineers to its headquarters for an urgent meeting. With me now is Kara Swisher, New York Times opinion contributing writer and host of the On with Kara Swisher podcast. Kara, you know Elon Musk. You covered him for years. Last weekend, your co-host Scott Galloway told us here on this show and on your Pivot podcast that he wouldn't be surprised if Twitter went down in the next week. Are we going to see that, what was it, the whale with the little birds holding it up in the air?
The fail whale, yeah. That was years ago.
Happening?
That happened. No, not right now. I mean, these systems are very resilient. I think people are panicking a little bit about that because what could happen is if he starts to push real changes, that could cause a problem. If there's a mass amount of people there, like for the World Cup, that could cause a problem. If someone makes a mistake, that could cause a problem. There's just not a lot of people. What you're going to see is a lot of problems on the edges. Like you can't, if you have two-factor authentication and you sign off, you can't sign back on. Or if you want to get your archives, it's very hard to get it because they're just moving slowly, if you get it at all anymore. And so that's the kind of thing you're going to see. Or counts aren't right. Or like they brought Kathy Griffin back, but she seems to have lost all her followers. You know, things like that that just never happened before. A wholesale collapse, it certainly could happen because of fewer people. But there are systems and backup systems. He's just making it riskier for that to happen.
And what are you hearing from employees still left at Twitter about what's happening inside the company? People being locked out and given mixed messages and so on. How do you, this is no way to run a railroad, I think.
Oh, I think they think he's manic and they don't know what to do. Some of them can't leave because they're on visas or they might have personal issues and things like that. A lot of people left on this hardcore, sign for hardcore or else kind of thing. I think 1,000 people left, and they already had cut it in half to 3,700. So that's a lot of people. Now, lots of these tech companies are shedding workers because they overhired, and Twitter has been famous for that. That said, he did it kind of indiscriminately and just all at once because he has some notion in his head that he's applying chemotherapy to this company. Sure, I just think chemotherapy is also poison, and so that's really one of the problems that's happening. He doesn't quite know what's going on. He's doing a lot of performative stuff about technology, and like he showed a picture that's not a code review, it's just how the structure of Twitter works, and things like that. So he's going to keep marketing it to cause people to pay attention. And numbers are up because everybody likes a traffic accident.
So the numbers are up. I mean, this is working for Musk, what he's doing right now, do you think?
I don't think this is good marketing, but you know, everybody looks at it like Donald Trump knows that. If you make a noise and everybody, you can raise money, you can get attention, you can get the media fixated on you, and it only helps Twitter in that regard. I don't think it helps it for the good. It's not saying why it's a good place to be. It's just saying what a crazy person is running this. Look, what is he going to do next? Like a poll for Trump or whatever he does, whatever he tweets.
And how sensitive is Musk to criticism? I mean, you recently got an email from him personally, right, about some of the tweets that you had sent. What did he say? What's going on there?
Well, we've been going back for 3 years. I've covered him for 20 years or more. And so he just was angry about a tweet thing I retweeted from the Washington Post that said Elon's going to Elon. I'm honestly not sure what sets him off. So it's like that. It's just manic. And maybe he'll start talking again. I don't know. He's just like that. He's very thin-skinned, like a lot of tech people. And it's all well and good while you're agreeing with them. But and when you push back, there's something wrong with you. And so it's also performative, Jim. It really is. I mean, someone called it snarketing. That's what he's doing. It's not marketing. It's snarky marketing. So snarketing is what's happening here.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I mean, he has this poll on reinstating Trump. I was at the White House. I'm old enough to remember the day when Trump was yanked off of Twitter. I suppose this is one popular vote that Trump may win. But what does Elon Musk do at that point? I suppose he's going to put Trump back on Twitter. Trump has said he's not really interested in getting back on Twitter, whether or not those are his true feelings, we don't know, but that's what he said.
It's all performative, Jim. This whole thing is performative. Of course, he's going to put him back on. And by the way, he was supposed to have a moderation council, and he put people back on. Anything he says, just take with a large grain of salt, and he'll do what he wants. He owns it. He's the owner. He owes a lot of money. That's one of the big issues that's pressing down on him, is that in April he has a big payment due. Now he's very wealthy, and he may just throw more money at it, and he has a lot of rich friends. Bankers may let him off, but nonetheless, he's got to ultimately run a business and have products that people like to use. And that's what you should be focused on. The rest of this is hand waving. It's sort of jazz hands from a billionaire, essentially.
Yeah. And, this is one of those things, like my parents, they're not on Twitter. I mean, I suppose there are a lot of folks out
Nobody
there watching
is.
right now. Exactly. And so I'm wondering, is this something that you and I and folks in our world sort of make a big deal out of that doesn't really have that big of an effect on everybody else? And the other question I have is, and forgive me for sandwiching these two questions together,
That's okay.
why can't somebody come up with a Twitter that is a good thing for the world? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
where we could go out there and share information, share news. I mean, Twitter is a great thing for local news outlets, newspapers, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So two questions there. What do you think?
Let me start with the latter. There's lots of people working on him. I'm helping out a guy named Noam Barden, who started Waze. He started something called Post.News. It's focused on news and people who have differing opinions. He's invited lots of people like that in. There's lots of people starting things. There's Mastodon. There's not just that, but lots of people are trying to figure out how to do this again, because it's an opportunity if Elon fails here. Twitter is a great brand. That's one thing, but it punches way above its weight. Most people don't use it. It's media and political. Marjorie Taylor Greene loves it just as much as you do, Jim, right? They loves the thing and
Maybe
uses
more.
it for communications, probably. And so I think it has a little echo chamber, and in that way it's powerful because the powerful use it. Celebrities have dropped off a lot more because it's too messy. Advertisers don't want anything to do with this thing right now. And so it does punch above its weight and occupies a big it lives rent free in the head of media and politicians. And so that's why it's important. And again, it's a great product when it's great. When it's not, it's a cesspool. So that's what you got here, is a bar that's getting a little dicey for a lot of people.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be on the lookout for that fail whale in the coming days, Kara. But
It's
in the
coming.
meantime,
It probably is coming, but we'll see.
anytime you want to come on this old-fashioned technology called the TV,
I can. Yeah,
We're
you're
happy
very
to have you on
antiquated, Jim. It's amazing. You and your two-wheeled bicycle and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you.
with training wheels. All right, Kara
Yeah.
Swisher, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Great talking to you.